Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing the amazing new headphone amplifier from Rotel, the DX3. Now to call this just a headphone amplifier really doesn't describe it for all of the talents that it brings to the table. It's an excellent standalone digital to analog converter with ESS Sabre DACs. It's an excellent analog preamp with both single-ended and balanced outputs. It's got a Bluetooth input and it's aptXTM, so even just as a really good Bluetooth receiver, it's stunning. I guess it's a way of adding a few features to an existing traditional stereo. Again, that might not have Bluetooth, or it might not have a decent headphone output, or it might not have a decent DAC. But when you combine all of these features and how low a noise floor the headphone amplifier has as operationally on board, it's absolutely stunning. It'll handle impedances of headphones from 16 to 300 ohms. It's got a total harmonic distortion like 0.004%. I mean, immeasurably low, absolutely silent in its operation. It's also fully balanced in its design, and that I guess sets it apart from the like-looking integrated amplifier that's being released alongside, which is the DX5. In fact, look, there's a DX5. This is absolutely stunning from a feature set, absolutely stunning from an operational noise floor, absolutely stunning from its ability to drive any headphone you like. Even the volume control has tiny incremental steps to ensure that you can be listening at whatever volume you wish. So, let's have a look. Okay, firstly, Rotel. Been doing this for a very long time now. They build really good kit, but this stuff is a little smaller. You can see from the box, okay? It's got a cool little sort of change of approach to their branding with an R for Rotel logo on the top. Obviously Rotel DX3 headphone amplifier on one side, some compliance, even room tested. It's 8-9 kilos in the box. Scannable information associated with the model and serial number, and on one the colour, which today is silver. Opening this large outer box, it's relatively straightforward. It's obviously sealed with clear packing tape. When it's sealed like this, you just, cut and tear and away you go. Okay. Lots of closed cell foam to protect the product, and what we'll see as we drill in is that this perhaps was an outer box for maybe more than one of these, because inside we see the cool new form factor for this sort of series. It's small, okay, see all that closed cell foam? Done to keep it all in one piece. Right, and this is the full colour new box that Rotel is heavily invested in. Again, there's a pictorial of the product in the colour. It's got, again, side information, again implying colour, emulation again of the scannable information for the serial number and product code, and of course Rotel and the DX3. Now, it's got a little plastic tag keeping it closed, so it's pretty straightforward from that point. And then sort of little magnetic catches that we've seen in small items, headphones, other things like that. Opening it, we see a little bit of a statement, so to speak, and we immediately drill down into how wonderfully presented this product is. The first thing is a little bag with an instruction manual. This is more or less a quick start guide. It's relatively simple, an introduction to Roon and a few other basic things. We see a small bag off to one side with some batteries, but most importantly a USB. Now I'm going to sort of pause and bring your attention to that. So rip into this bag. It's sort of one of those, might be one of those compostable bags. So, a couple of things. Firstly, we see the AAA batteries, get rid of those. We see a little tool, and that relates to getting the batteries into the remote. So, actually I might just pause and get the remote. Again, one of those small bags. Okay. Now the remote control is a heavyweight brilliant quality extruded aluminium remote control. It's got a real weight to it. It feels from a production and quality perspective to be absolutely excellent. Nevertheless, it comes with one of those little cell phone breaking tools, SIM card tools, to enable you to unlock the battery compartment and slide out a little slot preloaded for the batteries. It's worth mentioning, so just sort of get rid of that, it's worth mentioning that the diving into the setup of this product is from the remote control, so keep it handy, don't just chuck it in the drawer. Nevertheless, I mentioned the USB. The reason the USB is a little bit more important, and it's nicely branded Rotel, is not only does it have the full owner's manual, but it has the driver software for the asynchronous USB connection to get the very, very most out of the ESS DAC. Get rid of it. Conceptually, Coaxial and Optical input will run 24-bit 192K. Via the asynchronous USB from a laptop or other source like that, it'll run full bandwidth at 32-bit 384 kHz, so very, very high resolution. Wonderful to see. Okay, now drilling in for a moment, we've got another branded box, Rotel accessories, sliding that out. It's pretty straightforward. It's a New Zealand power cord, 3-pin, earthed, and basic black USB, like a printer cable, so it's USB A to B. Okay, again, now you've got this little flap here, but that's actually just to help ease the headphone amplifier out. Again, it's protected in closed cell, well, no, it's sort of hard foam. See all that? Right? It's even got a cutaway for the feet. Get rid of that box. Right. Again, it's in one of those compostable plastic bags, and it's sealed closed with an R or Rotel branded sticker. Again, you tear open that. There's no easy way. You can clearly identify if the product's been opened from exactly that. And then sliding it out. Now, the first thing you've got to be aware of is its build quality. This is absolutely excellent from a build. It's got a great feel to the product, and I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. Tilting it forward for a moment, we see the new Rotel logo etched in the top, and we see at the front a large full colour display. This is kind of reminiscent of a category Oppo once did with their HA1. In fact, there I am, looking much younger, doing an Oppo HA1 headphone amplifier unboxing. Nevertheless, this firmly cements it well above the quality that was available then, and delivering some of the new balanced connections that we see in some of the higher end headphones. Nevertheless, having a look. Okay, we've got a basic on-off, that's from standby. Okay, lets you know what's going on with the colours, coming out of standby changes colour and operational, etc. Beneath the power button we've got a gain switch, specifically for the headphone output. You've got low, medium and high gain, with 6 dB steps in each of those. We've got the ability at the front here to select the source, and again, very, very straightforward because of the multitude of inputs that you can utilise, including Bluetooth. Then we see a 4.4 balanced headphone output and a 1/4 inch or 6.5 mil single-ended headphone socket. Now that, again, rather than being marked headphone, it's actually BAL for balanced and SE for single-ended output. Then a very simple rotary encoder for the volume control. Again, tiny little steps in the volume to ensure that you can get the appropriate volume for whether or not you're using this just as a standalone headphone amplifier, DAC, headphone amp, or a pre. It's worthwhile mentioning via the remote control and that little setup cog, you can turn off unutilized inputs. You can change them to fixed or variable. Don't know if that's a feature. You can even change the name. So auxiliary can be changed to something else if required. So it's excellent to know that you can drill into this. And of course it saves all that really, really easily too. Again, revisiting the side where we see the ventilation, and it's a lovely style there too. It's worth pointing out the rubber feet that they've added, giving it really good grip to a surface. But it's at the back that we see just how well appointed it is for its price. The first and boring is a basic rocker switch for power and the IEC earthed input. Beside that we see the digital, and they're isolated internally. The Bluetooth is the first most obvious. Again, a reminder, that's the aptXTM, so CD quality and beyond, as far as if that's the source that it can, if the source is up to the challenge. There's a 3.5mm input, and that's specifically for servicing the product, and it's not an input or output that would be used by an end user. You've got the USB input, USB-B for a PC, and then we've got a single optical and a single coax. And again, all of those can be selected via the source button on the front. Then we see a single RCA input analog, and that's marked auxiliary, and then that's outputs. You've got a set of single RCA, clearly labelled left and right, and then a balanced output, again clearly labelled right and left. So there we have it. This brilliant headphone amplifier from Rotel. In fact, again, it's so much more than just a headphone amp. It's an excellent standalone DAC, it's an excellent preamp, and it's a stunning headphone amp. So there we have it, Rotel's DX3 headphone amplifier, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.